Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and, well, looks like we're finally in March as we speak, so yeah, looks like since after what we've been through with, of course, January and February for this year, looks like we're finally in the month of March as we speak, and boy, is quite an interesting month that we're gonna be in for sure. And yeah, seems like it's also gonna be a pretty busy one for me for sure, because yeah, what else can I expect for, of course, pretty much for me personally for sure. So yeah, I guess for, of course, what I can gather on my part, looks like March is going to be a pretty busy month for me for sure. Like, of course, I've already got myself booked for a Syracuse Collectors Con that'll be coming up very soon, to which, by the way, I'm already hard at work to get some promotional stuff out of the way, to which I've already got a good start on my social media for sure, and of course, I have yet to film a promo video well, actually do so for sure, so. But yeah, and I guess aside from all that, it looks like this month in terms of movies, yeah, it is actually gonna be a pretty busy one for sure, and boy, I've been anticipating this one for quite a long time now for sure, and yeah, I guess since after about 2 to 3 years since it first came out. Yeah, this movie that I finally got the chance to go see, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm already off to a really great start for sure, so yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure, and yeah, looks like with this latest movie that have finally came out, I've not only been anticipating this for a long time now, but believe it or not, this is in fact, I think, yeah, this is actually one that's been about 2 to 3 years in the making for sure, and, well, since after a long time of waiting, and even much longer due to a massive delay due to the writers and actors strike for sure, we're finally into this, and yeah, I am really excited to finally talk about this one for sure, so yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, on that front, so yeah. And I'm guessing that if you have seen the thumbnail and the title of this, yeah, you'll definitely know exactly what I'm going to be talking about for today's thoughts video for sure, but in case you don't right about now, I think it's time. It's finally time that we talk about this for sure. So yeah, with that being said, we might as well go ahead and talk about the latest movie that had just came out very recently, which is none other than Dune Part 2. So yeah, that's of course what I'm going to be talking about here today, is not only the latest film that had just came out very recently, but it is of course the long-awaited follow-up to the first Dune movie from 2021, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright, so yeah, now that I got the introduction out of the way, I think I might as well give you guys a little recap from one of my previous thoughts videos that I did a long time ago for sure, and for those who are wondering, yes, pretty much a long time ago, yeah, or I guess in this case, in case you don't know, just a few years ago, I have the privilege to officially talk about the 2021 film adaptation of Dune, and yeah, looking back on that movie, now that a few years has gone by, I do think it's actually I still think it is, in fact, a really good movie for sure. I really got myself intrigued on the story. I thought the characters are likable and interesting, and I really love the nice theming ideas that they went along with for sure, while staying true to, of course, the original book of the same name for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. But if you want a little bit more detailed information on what I thought about the first Dune movie, then I highly recommend you go check out my thoughts video that I did a few years ago for sure, just to give you guys a little bit of context of course, what you're actually going to be in for sure. So yeah, short, sweet, to the point, I actually thought the first Dune movie was actually really good for sure. So I guess since after seeing that for sure, I actually got myself really hyped and really excited to see what part 2 will have to offer for sure, to which, yeah, I guess it is quite a big surprise that pretty much the original book is now split up into 2 different movies for sure, aside from, of course, the 1984 version of course, Dune, which, yeah, my point still stands. I actually thought that one was pretty good for sure. Well, not necessarily one of my favorites, but I do kind of like the original Dune movie for sure, so... But yeah, nevertheless, I got myself really excited to see what part 2 will have to offer for sure, to give us something that's very creative and new at the same time, while also picking up on where part 1, as we can now call it that, left us off for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front. And well, luckily enough, just earlier tonight, I did manage to officially go and see this movie with my dad. Yeah, I did manage to go and see this with my dad, who was kind enough to see it with me. Once again, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas. As always, you guys rock. And yeah, that actually got me into, of course, officially see this movie for myself. And well, now that I've officially got back from, of course, seeing it for sure, I bet a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I most certainly think my hype and excitement for this movie was definitely well worth it for sure, because this movie is just absolutely outstanding for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. As much as I will have to say part 1 of Dune is actually really good, part 2, I will have to say, is just absolutely outstanding and just absolutely brilliant all the way. I really enjoyed this movie all the way, and I really do think it is certainly the best one I've actually seen by far. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah. Alright, guess I'm done with that. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about with, of course, this movie. For starters is, of course, the story, and... well, I will have to say, I think given to what we got for sure, it actually did give us exactly what we want for sure. Just actually picking up exactly where the first Dune movie left us off for sure, and actually continuing on with the story in its entirety. And I really do love, of course, what they've actually done for sure. They really did an incredible job branching this story out for sure, to really give us something very well done for sure. Well, again, picking up exactly where the last film left us off for sure. And I really do love, of course, what they've actually done by far for sure. So yeah, I think, given to, of course, all that, I am really impressed with the story for, of course, this movie for sure. So yeah. And again, I think it's similar to what I thought of the story in, of course, the first Dune movie. Yeah, I think as, of course, I pretty much see this movie and follow its story. Yeah, I think it is actually very easy to follow for sure, and I really got myself investing, of course, everything that goes on for sure. So So yeah, I think that's what I can say for, of course, the story for, of course, this movie. Now, of course, for the writing, I have to say, that too, I will have to say, is brilliantly well done for sure. Everything from, of course, what I'm actually seeing, it is actually structured and written out quite well for sure. And again, I really follow through on what's going on for sure to really get myself investing on, of course, everything that goes on during the course of this movie for sure. Literally from, of course, everything during the whole 2.5 hour to 3 hour running time for sure. I really got myself investing on everything that goes on for sure, and I'm impressed with what they've actually accomplished for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say for, of course, the writing, I have to say for sure. And yeah, those two aspects that I actually mentioned, they are brilliantly well done. I really am quite impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing on screen. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about for sure, which are, of course, the characters. And yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, the characters in, of course, this movie, both old and new, yeah, I will have to say they are incredibly developed quite well, and I am really impressed with, of course, everything that goes on for sure, and especially for the matter of fact that with everything that I'm actually seeing, it actually does make them very likable and interesting for sure. Like, I really follow through, of course, what kind of flaws they have to tackle for sure, and what issues that they're facing, and of course, how they're willing to overcome their problems for sure. So yeah, and of course, with everything else from, of course, what I can gather, I really see myself through these characters for sure. Like, that's how much I really got myself investing on, of course, all that for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say for, of course, the characters, and of course, for all the actors that came on board to play all these characters. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, I think they really pulled off some really great performances, in my opinion, for sure. Every single bit of a delivery that they've actually give to all of them, it is actually absolutely brilliant for sure. And yeah, truly, I think is definitely incredibly well done, I will have to say. I really got myself invested on each and every single one of their performances for sure. Like, of course, probably my top 4 that I will have to say of course, the actors that came on board to give off these great performances, in my opinion, will, of course, have to be Timothée Chalamet, to which I guess, if anything, yeah, it needs no introduction. I definitely do think Timothée Chalamet really gave off a really great performance, and the same goes for Zendaya, who also gave off another great performance, and of course, 2 other actors that came on board for sure, like, of course, Austin Butler and Christopher Walken, and yeah, both of them, I will have to say, they have been really great actors in the past for sure, and I really do love that they really give off some really great performances in, of course, this movie for sure. So yeah, those are, of course, the 4 that I have to say that I definitely think gave off some great performances the best for sure. Well, the rest, yeah, I definitely do think they really pulled it off quite well for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say for, of course, both the characters and the actors in, of course, this movie. They both are really well done for sure, and I am, of course, impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alrighty. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got those 2 out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? actually quite a whole lot for sure. For starters is, of course, the visuals and the effects for sure, and I will have to say, I think pretty much given to what I'm actually seeing, I am really impressed on how the film representing itself visually for sure. I'm impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing on screen for sure. Everything from, of course, what I'm actually seeing, it really does blend in quite well with, of course, our everyday surroundings for sure, or should I say, the film's surroundings for sure, and yeah, I think, I guess if anything, I really do love on how all that actually turned out for sure. I definitely do think the visuals and the effects really stood out to me quite well for sure, and yeah, I definitely do think it really is incredibly well done for sure, and especially on how well they utilize different locations that they need to, of course, give off this really great world building that both of the Dune movies are giving us for sure, which, yeah, to which again, I do think is incredibly well done for sure, so yeah. And of course, on top of all of that, the tone and the atmosphere, I have to say, that too, I will have to admit, is of course brilliantly well done for sure. I really do think they really worked it in quite well for sure to really give the film some much needed identity for sure, and the way that I actually want to give off some really great pacing for sure is of course also nicely done, I will have to say. I really do like on what they've actually done to accomplish such a thing for sure. So yeah, I guess that's what I can say. Of course, that front. Now, for of course the music and the sound effects, I will have to admit some parts of it, I will have to admit, are incredibly a little bumpy for sure. But the rest, I have to say, is also brilliantly well done for sure, and I am really intrigued, of course, on how well they really mixing in quite well to fitting well with, of course, my ears for sure, and yeah, I guess that's what I can say for, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, and of course, the direction in this movie from the film's director. Yeah, I will have to say that too, I will have to say, is brilliantly well done for sure. I do love on pretty much the director of this film really put a lot of hard-working effort to actually make this movie incredible for sure. And in the end, I really do think they really accomplished such an amazing job from, of course, what I can gather for sure. Yeah, I really do think this film is very nicely directed, I have to say, to really make it stand out quite well for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, and of course, the cinematography in this film, yeah, I will have to say, if there's one thing I really do admire the most about this film, I really do admire the really great cinematography for sure. I mean, really do love it. Each and every single camera shot from what I've actually seen, it is brilliantly well shot, I have to say, and even getting to see it on the big screen, I really do feel like I'm actually really investing in. I'm like in this world that our characters are residing for sure. That's how great it is for sure. And but I will have to say, if you actually do manage to see this movie in IMAX, I assure you the cinematography will definitely be much better for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. And of course, for the editing, I have to say, yeah, I will have to admit, the film's editing, I will admit, is done, it's actually done very well, I have to say, and is, of course, cut very perfectly for sure to really figure out, of course, everything that goes on with, of course, this movie for sure. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything that I can say, of course, at that front for sure. So with each and every single thing that I've actually said, that's how great this movie is, in my opinion. I really do love the amount of hard work and determination they did to really make this movie stand out quite well. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so, yeah, I guess with everything that I have to say, that's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this movie, so yeah, I guess overall, Dune Part 2 is, of course, a brilliantly well done and outstanding movie by far, and for it to follow up with, of course, what we got in the first movie, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I guess if anything, yeah, as much as I will have to say that I do like the first Dune movie for what it is, Part 2, I will have to admit, is definitely the best one in my opinion. I really do love, of course, what they've actually done for sure. They really did an incredible job flowing out everything that they want to flow out for sure, while also keeping up with, of course, the themes and ideas that the first Dune movie has to offer for sure. So, to which, in the end, definitely makes a really great time for sure, and certainly, I think, well worth 2.5 hours and to about 3 hours of your time for sure. That's how amazing this movie is, in my opinion. So yeah, I guess in the end, yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, I highly recommend this movie for sure. So yeah, you're definitely going to get a whole lot from, of course, what you can gather, and in the end, you're really going to be in for a massively great time for sure. So yeah, I guess that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure, and so yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do think this movie is well worth checking out for sure, and yeah. And I guess this is not only probably the best of course, the Dune movies that we got very recently, but I am definitely proud to say that this is definitely the best movie that I've actually seen this year by far for sure. So yeah. If you were to, of course, not count my re-reviews that I did, of course, Soul and Turning Red that I did some time ago for sure, yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that Dune Part 2 is, of course, definitely the best movie that I've actually seen this year by far, so yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. I really love this movie for what it is, and it is certainly the best movie I've actually seen this year, and certainly the best of the Dune movies by far, so yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, for my final score, yes, folks, I am definitely proud to say that I am definitely going to give Dune Part 2 an outstanding 9.5 out of 10 for sure. So yeah, I really love this movie from beginning to end, and it really is definitely well worth checking out for sure, whether you pretty much you're a die-hard sci-fi fan for sure, or of course you want something that's definitely like the first Dune movie, but on a much grander scale for sure. So yeah, I guess that's what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. And now, I guess in regards to any future plans with, of course, the Dune series in its entirety, I do hear that there are talks that they are going to turn pretty much one of the next books in the Dune series, which is Dune Messiah for sure, into their next big movie. And well, if that's the case, I'm actually really quite curious and yet quite excited to see on what they're going to do for, of course, that one for sure, because yeah, apparently pretty much the stories of Dune is, of course, pretty much the recent representation of course, the stories of Jesus Christ for sure. So yeah, only time will tell, of course, when Dune Messiah will actually come out for sure once they decide to get that underway. But if they do, I'll be really quite curious and yeah, quite excited to see how they're going to pull it off for sure. But until then, I guess we have, of course, got both parts 1 and 2 of course, Dune for what it is right up until then for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, if you're in for something really something great and fantastic, and certainly will get you really investing in for a few hours of your time, then by all means, pretty much hook onto, of course, your sandworm and ride on over through the desert to see this latest Dune movie for yourself. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so yeah, I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this movie. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of Dune Part 2 if you've actually seen it? Do you absolutely really enjoy it and definitely think it's the best one out of all the Dune movies we got, kind of like what I thought of it for sure, or do you absolutely hate it and think it's not really on par like the first film, or are you somewhere in between where you actually thought it was fine for what it is? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought of Dune Part 2 for yourself. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, seems like we're already off to a great start with, of course, the month of March for sure. And like I said, this is going to be a really busy month for me for sure. So who knows what's going to happen for sure. So yeah, but rest assured, I'll be absolutely really excited to see on, of course, what I'll give to all of you guys next for sure. So yeah, only time will tell on, of course, that front for sure, but I'll be sure to let you guys know on what that'll come around for sure. And like I said, I'm already getting myself really excited for Syracuse Collectors Con that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks for sure. But I guess right up until then, I think I might as well get myself settled in on, of course, the next set of movies that I'm actually slated to see for, of course, this month for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, what am I going to be talking about in the next thoughts video? Well, you're definitely going to have to tune in to see for yourself for sure. So yeah, I guess right up until the next thoughts video, all I can say right now is thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Big special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible. So if you want to be like these people and show your support to us and get some awesome rewards such as getting a special shout out, credit at the end of the videos, as well as some other awesome rewards within your budget, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427TV to do exactly that. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/Ackleyattack427's/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.